Hi guys. I don't know if I'll get this video uploaded tonight or not, but I'm really trying to stretch out another hour before I crawl to bed. I'm gonna be crawling to bed too. I'm really tired. But I'm just having a lot of trouble sleeping like all through the night, so I'm trying to really just keep myself wide awake, at least for another hour. I mean, it's only what 8:15 at night, but I don't know. So I went on Facebook, and there's some new members that are on the Swap It page that have reached out to me. I guess there's some of the videos on here that I had taken down that probably had like I don't know. I can't remember. I'm getting quite a few of them over here. Uh, I basically went through my YouTube channel and took down a bunch of videos, and it looks like I took down some of the project share videos. And I can only imagine me doing that because maybe at the beginning of some of them there was a rant about something. I don't know. That's really my main reason for taking, those videos down. But anyhow, they are asking me about doing another show and tell on some of the nautical theme bottles that I have. I can't remember your name, and I'm really bad about it. I have a whole box of Post-its, and I really should have wrote down the name of that person, but I can't. But you know who you are. I don't have a problem going back and showing you guys other past projects that I've worked on as far as the bottles. Bottles for me, it all kind of happened for me kind of by accident. But when I started making them, I just really got involved with it, and they just kind of took off. And I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to do with half of them. I probably could do like a craft sale somewhere. I've talked to a friend of mine that has a store, and of course, the other place that was selling them for me is like over 50 miles away. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of like one of those eclectic kind of art pieces. You either like them or you don't. But there's so many of them, and it's like for me living in a small town. Like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really. Honestly, truthfully, I haven't slowed down enough to actually put some in a box and take them to this place for them to look at them. And it's just throw it in the list of everything else that has to be done in a week. But for me, the question was asked, what made me start doing the bottles? I can't remember. I can't remember what made me start making them, because honestly, I had started making like altered fairy jars. If you go like on Pinterest or Google and you just type in like an altered fairy jar, they're absolutely beautiful. And I started making mine out of like old candle jars. And real little fairies were in them, and like the moss and the acorns. And I decorated the outsides of them. And I really wish I had brought one in here to show you guys, because I actually have some in the other room. But um, I don't know. I can't remember even what the first bottle was that I made. I just started making them. I don't know. So, I mean, and there's all different kinds of themes, and there's all different kinds of ways that you can make them. For me, I just kind of test the water every time I make one. You know what I mean? This is the last one that I made, and I'm pretty sure I showed it in the last video. It's just, she's painted on there, and this is a pretty like popular image, especially on Pinterest. I've seen it on there before. I kind of eyeballed it, and and just put my own spin on it. It's not exactly like what you see online, but I tried. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. Usually when I make a bottle, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Or sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm going to go make something, and I just kind of go with it. I don't ever think about it. Things just come together. You know what I mean? So I did pull down some of my mermaid bottles, because anything nautical, anything that has to do with the ocean, anything that has to do with the sea, mermaids, fish. Of course, I mean, you guys know, you guys that have been following me for a little while, you guys know how nutty I am about like nautical stuff. So, and being in Florida, like who doesn't like mermaids on a bottle? It's the beach. Anything to do with the beach, I love. So I pulled some of those down, and then I have some of the artwork here that I want to share with y'all that's now painted. And in the beginning, when I started doing these bottles, I was actually hand painting the images on the bottle. But I stopped doing that because it just takes so long to do it. And sometimes it lines up and sometimes it doesn't. And you could cheat a little bit and do like a pencil line, like this much width from the top to the bottom, and try to stay within those borders. But it just became like, holy cow, I was spending like 3 or 4 days hand painting this image on a bottle. So I went and got like just regular thin, like see-through kind of paper. It's really flimsy. And I just started painting the images on the paper, and then I just Mod Podge it to the bottle now. It just goes a whole lot faster. So, I mean, that's one thing you can do. If you don't draw or paint, some of the images I can upload if you want to print them out. Maybe you can print it out on like a thin kind of tracing kind of paper, or you know, like a real flimsy kind of paper that Mod Podge is going to kind of agree with, and you could put it on a bottle or a candle jar or a canvas or any of that. There's a canvas that I have over here that I gave it a shot at. Instead of painting the image on there, I actually Mod Podged the image that was painted on paper. You can't even tell. Whenever I show you, you're not even going to be able to tell. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but so I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I pulled down the nautical bottles. I pulled down some canvases that I've made. That was another question that someone asked me. I am not real gifted as far as doing altered canvases like your, I don't even know the terms. I don't even know the terms. Some of you guys know. I can't think right now. I don't know what they're called, but Michelle would know. Michelle, you would know what I'm talking about. And some of the other top design people that are out there know, but I'm not nowhere near that. Nowhere near any of that level at all. When I make something, I usually just go on a whim. And I use things that are upcycle. You know what I mean? Like you can upcycle this or upcycle that. And I'm probably always going to be that way. So I'm trying to figure out what to share first here. I made a beach in a bottle, and I think I showed this maybe like in some of my first videos. If I can't, I'm trying to remember. I really can't remember. I don't know. Things are just crazy. So this, I have one of my glass fish that fell off of it. I have to hot glue it back on there. And I think he's floating around on a shelf back there behind me. But this is just basically a Jack Daniels bottle. And it's got real sand on the inside of it. Those stickers that are on there came from Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys can see that. What's in the way? Shell in the way? Yeah, the shells are in the way. But inside of there, like you can actually see that that's like beach sand and stickers, and it's got a background on it. And I know the glare from the monitor is hitting the front of it. On this side of it, I did like a surfboard. I gotta be real careful. This is a really heavy one. Like if I was gonna mail this to somebody in the mail, it would be ridiculous on the postage, I'm sure. But there's a glass fish on the top, and then these are just Dollar Tree stickers that I stuck on the top of it. On this side of it, there's like a little ship. It's a wood piece that came off of an old nautical frame that got broken, and that's what I go back to when I tell you that I do a lot of upcycle stuff. On the back of this is just one of those shell costume jewelry earrings, and I just glued it to the front of it. Same thing on this side. That's another shell, and it has like just a little shell. I want to say this one was made out of clay though. That little shell that's right here. And then, gosh, I never realized how heavy this one is. I don't want to drop it. On the neck of the bottle is just a piece of a costume jewelry, just earring on there, and I'm really like off today. This is just twine that I wrapped around the neck of the bottle. And on the back of it, I was kind of going for like one of those boardwalk kind of feels. So I just Mod Podged paper on there. And then just put some shell stickers on it. Tied it up at the bottom with some black ribbon. And then put some sequins down here on the bottom. And it's really cool. Like, this is probably not one that I would sell and try to mail off, because I really think that the postage on it would be insane. Insane. Do what, Brandon? Not you. Oh, sorry. It was my son. I thought he was calling me. Anyway, so there's this one. And I really don't think that I will like try to sell this one over the mail, because I think it would be crazy insane for postage. The next one that I did, and I've shown these before, like I said, but this was a request from someone that's new to my channel. So in some of the older videos, there is a tutorial. I cannot talk tonight, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's a tutorial video that I showed you guys how I made my own handmade tags. The flip-flops that are on here were hand painted, and I've lost one of the little jewels on there, so I don't even know where it's at. But those were handmade. The little key rings right there that are holding them on there, I got that from Walmart. I don't have them close to me, but they're like in a little clear bag, and you can pick them up over there for like $3 or $4. There's all different kinds of sizes that are in there. And then up here, this is just another shell costume jewelry earring piece that I snapped off. I just got me one of those little cheap jewelry pliers that you can get like from Walmart, and I just break the original clip on or whatever it was holding it on. And I always tell you guys this, like when you're out yard selling or you go to consignment shops or anything like that, look for costume jewelry. I've said that before, and I probably said it in the last project share video, I don't know. Gosh, I wish I could just level out and not be so scatterbrained. Anyway, so you want to look for things like that, because I mean you can really use them in your projects, and upcycling and all of that. And nobody's going to wear earrings from the 1980s unless you want to. I don't want to. Anyways, so the tags were handmade. The sequins that are on here were just picked up from either Dollar Tree or Dollar General, or I don't even remember. I actually probably hit those with some hot glue because the stick on them, the little sticker part on it, it sucked. It didn't work good. The sun on here was also hand painted and then put on photo paper. It's just a hand painted, hand cut tag. And then of course I wrapped the neck of the bottle around with twine. And then this was actually hand painted on the bottle. It just says Tiki Bar. That's before I figured out my little trick to be able to Mod Podge, because I don't know, me and Mod Podge, we got real close there for a while. But this one is available on that page over there. I can't remember the price on it now. I want to say maybe 15, I don't know. You can go to Shannon Sharing Crafts on Facebook and you can look at them. I have not updated any of the latest bottles, so anything on there is probably from several months back. But, when things slow down for work, I'll try to get over there and upload new. This is another mermaid bottle that I made. I gotta be real careful with this one. It's got pearls on it. She's hand painted on there too. And this is just kind of a fun bottle. It just has all the little trinkets and stuff hanging down. When you imagine mermaids, you think about like, my mind always goes back to the Little Mermaid. Remember how she like collected all the junk, like the fork and all of that. So when I made this one, I just kind of had that in mind. All kinds of little sparkly pearls, marbles. This wasn't really anything. It was just me playing around, but I really like those beads. I got those beads at Walmart. And I really liked them. And I wanted to add them to it, but I didn't want to glue them to it. So I just took the twine and I just made a little loop out of some wire. I put some tulle on the back side of it. It's a light shade pink. I just really wanted to have fun with this one, and I just added the tulle and tied the knots and, glued it down. And I made one ring here. And if you look up here real close, I have it attached to another ring. I don't know if you guys can see that. But those beads, those glass beads, you can get them at Walmart. They're like $1 and I like them. I think it was a good fit for it. And then, of course, if you look real close, I've lost one of my marbles here, which means I'm going to have to glue it back on. These are just those clear marbles like you pick up at Dollar Tree. On the back side of it, it's just got some sequins on it. I really just wanted to have fun with this bottle. And then on the very, very top, I put a real set of shells. If you look on the top up here, that's a real shell. Filled it in with some of those metallic pieces and some pink glitter. And I actually took the two shells and just glued them together on the back side of it. I know the light is terrible. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You can see how I glued it onto the back, like there's a strip of glue going across here. And then I just stuck a little pearl on the inside of it. So this was one of my favorite ones that I did. And I just went kind of nutty with the marbles. I say nutty with the marbles. I don't think about what I say. I just got a little crazy with the marbles at the bottom of it. You know what I mean? And then just glued them like at random pieces though. This one's also available on there. And here she is again. She is hand painted on this bottle. So I think this one's priced a little bit higher than the ones that are Mod Podged. And I think that one was hand painted too, because these are some really earlier bottles that I've done. Um, and then the other mermaid bottles that I did, because I had more of them, but I sold them when I took them down to this little town. It's like a tourist kind of town. It's not really, I don't know. Anyways, the store that the lady that was selling them for me, I took them down there, and I mean, as soon as she put them in there, they were gone. This is the other one that I did. And if you guys know this image, this is the second time that I've painted her. She's actually on my canvas that I'm working on. If you guys go back in the other video and look, she was the first one that I painted. And I hand painted her on here. On the back side of it, I did I did a starfish. I got really, really crazy with the glitter on this one, and I don't even know. I don't know why I went so nutty with it, but I did. And then on the back, or on the side of it here, I just took regular fishing line with pearls and ribbon and shells. I took an X-Acto knife and like drilled a hole into there and then tied it with the fishing line. One trick, if you're going to tie shells on there, you definitely want to make sure that you tie the knot really, really tight, and then suspend it with with like maybe a drop of hot glue. I mean, you don't want to get real crazy with the hot glue because it'll melt the string, but you want to like suspend it with something to keep the shells from coming off. And then on this side, this is just a cheap little bracelet. I thought it was perfect for this. The shades of green and all of that was in there. On the front side of it up here is just those little cute flowers you can pick up at Dollar Tree. This ribbon, I want to say, is from Dollar Tree too. And believe it or not, you can actually curl this ribbon. There's no wire in it, but I was able to curl it with the scissors. So this is the other nautical bottle that I did. Other mermaid one I did. This one is also available over there. I'm not sure about the price yet. I really need to do my homework on pricing because a lot of people tell me that I underprice them, but I always try to include postage in with the price. Because it's so expensive. You know what I mean? I mean, not really so much for the lighter bottles, but like say like a beach in a bottle, that would cost me a lot to mail that off. You know what I mean? So anyways, I hope this gives you some inspiration to the person that messaged me about the nautical theme. This is where my heart's at when it comes to making these kind of bottles. I really, really love anything to do with the ocean and nautical and all of that. So maybe that helps you out, I hope. And I had so many more too. I just don't even know where they are. I'm going to move a little bit quicker here. This is a canvas that I did. This one is still available for sale over there. This one was made. I've done another show and tell on this one too, so I just wanted to show you. This is kind of where I'm at with them. It's probably not what your traditional altered canvases look like, but I really like the way this one turned out. I love the colors. This would be really cute in a little girl's room. There's a lot of texture on here. There's a lot of different dimensions of texture like underneath there. It's really hard to see it, but like if I zoom in, maybe you can pick up on the lace that's in the background of that. This is one of my favorite ones that I've done. So this one's available over there too, I think. If it's not, I'll get it uploaded on there. And it's nothing to send that one out. I did another Alice in Wonderland one, and I've showed this one before. So see, it doesn't always have to be the frilly, really busy kinds of canvases. You can alter anything that you put on a canvas. You can put anything you want on there. So this one was one of my favorite ones, and it's just Alice with the teacups. I have to upload a picture of this one because I don't have it. This is another one that I did. It goes to a memory bottle. These were actually already sold to someone. It's like a memory canvas. And I don't know what happened with the girl that was supposed to get these, but I made a bottle and this to match it. And this is just really, really beautiful. I used some metal pieces down here. Memories, the angel head. You guys remember when I did that haul from the consignment shop? Those angel head faces that I picked up? That's one of those that are on there. And then the beads. But if you really, really look in, you can really see like the background and texture on the back side of it before I started adding everything to it. But it's just different. It doesn't have to be the same. That's the fun of art. You can do anything you want with them. You know what I mean? This was another one. I tried to mail this one off to somebody as a gift, and it came back to me. I don't even know about that. You know, I don't even know. I don't even know what happened there, but this is another one that I did. And it has never lose hope. You never know what tomorrow will bring. On the top of that is just a hummingbird, like yard ornament. I just took wire cutters and cut it off and just put it on there. The bottom of it's all Dollar Tree flowers. I hit them with a little bit of paint, just to kind of add some colors. And then, of course, you've got all of that texture and stuff that's on there. If you look right here, let's see if I can do this. All of this right in here, that's covered in lace. And then I painted over the lace. So you can tell all of them are different. It's all in what you want to do. You don't have to follow any rule of thumb. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that say ultra canvases are shabby chic and this and that and that and this. A canvas and the art that's on it is what you make of it. And you don't have to follow suit with what you see out there. You want to be unique. You want to be different. You know what I mean? You want to put something out there that you made. You're not trying to copycat someone else. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with it and the spin that I put on stuff that I make. So real quick, I'm going to flip through here because I'm already at 20 minutes. My next idea for a canvas, I did a porthole, and it's on paper, and it has, it's actually just a regular ship porthole, and I put the colors on there because what I want to do is I'm going to Mod Podge a mermaid to this, and I'm trying to find my mermaid real fast here. I think I have her. I need to go back over her with the black Sharpie because I've been trying to fill them back in with the Sharpie. It cleans up the paint and everything. But this mermaid right here, I'm actually going to take her and I'm going to put her inside of the porthole so where she would be like looking through, and I know you guys can't even see that, but imagine this being like, let me just line it up real quick. It's going to be kind of like this, but she's actually going to be inside of that porthole. Whenever I cut it out, she's going to be on the inside of it. See how it's going to look? And I'm going to put this on a canvas. I'm going to try to Mod Podge these images to the canvas versus painting it on a canvas and just see how it's going to work. Now, she's absolutely beautiful, but she needs to be filled back in with the Sharpie pencil because her eyes and everything, I just need to sharpen it up some. And the did I say Sharpie pencil? I meant Sharpie marker. I always use those fine tip markers that you pick up at Dollar General for $1. These are the best ones. You only get the ultra fine point one. And when you paint with chalk paint, this will glide right over it and you can clean up anything that you're painting. Unless you just print these out, like if I get them uploaded and y'all print them out and use the artwork, you could probably still go back over it with a Sharpie pencil and it would really sharpen it up. For example, like here's another one that I did. Okay, see this mermaid that's on here? See how sharp she looks? See the difference? See how this one's kind of messy and that one's kind of sharp? I just need to go back over it with the Sharpie pen marker, and you know, lighten everything back up, liven everything back up. So this is just other pieces that are on here. I'm going to turn these into either tags or I'm going to use these as embellishments. They're hand painted. Sand dollar. I don't know what kind of flower that is. 2 different styles seashells. The turtles are super cute. I really was trying to have fun with those and just make them bright colors. And then her tail and her fin and all of that, I just wanted to stick to the colors. You guys like my crab? My crab's super cute, right? I like the crab. So I'm going to try a different spin on that. Instead of trying to paint it on the canvas, I'm actually just going to go all in and just Mod Podge it to it. Here's another small anchor that I painted out. It just says I refuse to sink. That's probably going to get cut out and either used on a tag or my junk journal. These 2 are not painted again. I still have to get those painted. I haven't decided on colors yet, but this one right here is really cool. A lot of my stuff that I draw out, I just kind of eyeball it from images that I see, but I really love this. I really love how that one turned out. This took a long time to paint. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't know if I want to put it on canvas or if I want to, I don't know. It's so pretty though. I did Tinkerbell. I like her. This is like from the mirror project that you can see behind me on whatever side we're on here. You guys see the Sandy Toes and Salty Kisses. I wanted to try to do just a beach sign one. This is probably just going to get framed as is. But if you guys want a copy of it, just let me know. I just really like the way it turned out. Here's another one, the flip-flops that go back to this bottle right here that I just showed you. These flip-flops right here were drawn out just like this, and they were painted, and they were put on photo paper. If you guys are interested in learning how I did that, go back in some of the older videos and look for the one that shows the handmade tags. These are the same kind of flip-flops. You can make them into tags using the photo paper and Mod Podge. And it will work. Trust me, I did it. And I don't even have like one of those Cricut machines or cutters or any of that. I just cut everything out by hand. I gave it a go doing a silhouette of Mr. Presley. I don't like it. I don't know. I did a sand dollar and a turtle. Those are both painted. Just, you know, kind of playing around. Here's a large anchor that's completely painted in now. I remember showing you guys this whenever it was drawn out. It might be too big to put on a bottle, but I'm going to try. I don't know. I don't know how far I'll get with it. Mermaid silhouettes. I just put some color to them with the seahorse and the other mermaid. Elvis Presley silhouette. Isn't that cool? I really like that. I don't know what I'll do with it, though. Ballerina silhouettes. I can't talk, y'all. It's time for me to go to bed. I did Elvis Presley silhouette, palm trees, ballerina girl, some doves. This is what boredom does to me. I sit and I start tracing and like outlining something and then drawing, and then when I'm on the phone, it's really bad. Like if I call my dad and talk to him, he'll be talking to me about everything, and I'll just start. And before I know it, I'm like, oh. And if you mess up on something, you just cover it in with black paint, because black paint will go all around it. Here's another one, silhouette of Presley. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Tinkerbell, she's not quite done yet. I got to go back in and refill her in with some black and then come back in and color her. I'm probably going to put glitter on her wings. Other mermaids, these are really cute. It's just easier. It's just much easier for me to take them and put them, you know, on paper, cut it out, Mod Podge it to a surface, whether it's a bottle, a canvas, a book cover, a frame, a mirror, any of that. Here's the last one that I have. She's completely painted in now. There's a bottle that I did with her on there. I want to say I kept her hair brown. I must have sold that one because I don't see it anywhere over there. But I really like that. It just gives you, you could take her and like do like a canvas on the back side of it, like an ocean view, and then Mod Podge her to the outside of it and make her look like she's looking off into the ocean. So, plus the whole dress thing isn't done. So if you just look at it like that. So this is pretty much all I've been doing. And believe it or not, it takes a long time. It really does. I don't know if I have any more over here. I think I've showed you guys all those other ones. It takes a long time to draw and paint. It really does. It's relaxing, but at the same time, you've got all of that involved. You've got to draw it, and you've got to outline it, and then, you know, make sure that all of your pencil is erased after it. Because me, I usually just go over it with a Sharpie pen, then fill it in with paint, and then decide what I'm going to use it on. And sometimes I take them and put them all in an envelope, like by names. Like if I have mermaids, I'll put mermaids on the outside of the envelope. And if I want to make something, it's so much easier to just Mod Podge it to a surface now versus the old way of painting it, because you can't tell. I mean, you can look at some of the bottles. I can't really tell between looking at one bottle or the other whether it was Mod Podged or whether it was hand painted. The image is hand painted still, so I will always call it a hand painted image. I mean, a hand painted bottle, but it's just a little bit of a shortcut now for me since I've learned that I could use the Mod Podge stuff because I really like that stuff. So I hope that for you guys that requested this project share, I hope that it gives you inspiration. If you have any questions about any of the artwork, you have any questions about any of the bottles, if you need more inspiration, let me know. There's a ton of tutorial videos out here. Some of them are a little lengthy. Some of them are older. But, I mean, just give it a shot. Get on YouTube and look. As soon as things slow down for me, I will try my best to try to get a couple of tutorial videos up. But if you go back on my channel alone, I know there's bottles that I've made, you know, from scratch start to finish. And there's jars and all of that. So I have not gave a shout out for our Swap It page. For anyone that's watching this, if you want to join it, I will make sure that I put a link at the bottom of the video. Most of the last videos have been done on my cell phone, which is really, really hard for me to get the links and all of that on there. Plus, I hate YouTube apps and all of that. So, you know, but I'll try to get a link at the bottom here. You're more than welcome to join us. It's a pretty good group. We're growing by the day. If you want to join, you know, click on the link and it'll take you over there, and I will do my best to get you added. So other than that, I don't know if I'll get this video uploaded tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Um, maybe this is good enough for 1 week of a project share video. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm at 30 minutes. Some of y'all probably fell asleep on me. I don't know. Really trying here to keep it together, though. I've missed this. I've missed doing videos. And I'm really trying to get back into the swing of that, because I know a lot of you guys out here really enjoy that. And I just feel like I haven't been myself over the last month. So I hope it inspires you. And if you have any questions, comment below. I'm pretty good about responding back. And other than that, I hope you guys all have a good week. I don't know if I'll get another video uploaded or not. I'll see how my week goes. But other than that, let you guys go. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.